said I should use a mic this year. Past years, Jim's always said, I've always put a mic up there for you, but you never use it, so I would like you to use it this year. I'm using the microphone. My name is Dr. J.D. Salas. I'm the Tuba professor at Stephen F. Austin State University. And for those of you that attend the church here, I'm also the bassist in the contemporary service in the early one with my colleague Gary Wertz. But my main instrument is actually the tuba. A lot of people don't know that. So we'd like to welcome you to the 41st Tuba Christmas, and this is a national event, and it's in the past few years it's actually gone international, where there's groups all over the country, and it actually happens most of the time during this weekend. It's probably the largest weekend for Tuba Christmas, and so you'll see today and tomorrow anywhere between 30 and 40 different cities having Tuba Christmases, and throughout the month of December you'll see as many as almost to 100 different Tuba Christmases, the largest ones being in the bigger cities like Dallas or New York. It was started to commemorate the life of Bill Bell, who was born on Christmas Day. And so Harvey Phillips, who was one of his students and mentors, asked Alec Wilder, who's a very prolific American composer, to basically arrange all of these Christmas carols for the tuba and the euphonium, which many of you will see these instruments at the back of the ensemble, playing the oompa lines or playing the horn lines, but they don't get to play very many melodies. So Harvey Phillips really wanted the students and young people to actually experience playing melodic lines. So Alec Wilder thought Christmas would be the best time to have all of these wonderful settings, and we hope you enjoy these. Our next piece that we will be doing is Deck the Halls. What we'll usually do is we'll repeat each one of these twice, and if you feel like singing, you are invited to sing along as much as you can. I've heard from singers that they're in really, really weird keys, so I apologize for that. There's not much I can do for that. So, Deck the Halls. Next we'll be doing God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. I have to remember to turn this off and on because you don't want this going through the microphone. the world contribute to our Christmas Carol collection, and this next one, probably one of my favorites, comes from France. This is the First Noel. This next one comes from Czechoslovakia. This is Good King Wenceslas. So for the next few songs, this year, as I said before, I'm the tuba euphonium professor at SFA. We've been fortunate enough to have a really large enrollment growth at SFA, especially in the School of Music. And the tuba euphonium studio is one of the studios that's grown quite a bit. Most of the students you see up here are music education majors. They're training to be band directors, which is still a really great Bible field in this state of Texas, thanks to football and the love of music. So one of the things that I've been fortunate enough to be able to do this year is to hire a second tuba euphonium teacher. And so one of the things I really was fortunate enough to do was find somebody who has studied with me. That way I know how they're teaching and how they're capable they are, and also who is also in the field of music education. So this year we're fortunate enough to have Ronnie Ross, who is the director of Hudson Middle School Band, and one of my graduates in 2007. So he will be joining the faculty this year, and hopefully for many years as the studio continues to grow. And we're really fortunate to have him, and he's going to be conducting the next 4 or 5 songs for us. So, Mr. Ronnie Ross.
Good afternoon. I'd like to say again thank you for being here and welcome to the Tuba Christmas. This is a very cool experience for me. The song you just heard is It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, and the next song we're going to play for you is O Little Town of Bethlehem. next song we're going to play for you now is we're going to honor America with America the Beautiful. of our instruments end with a bell, so it is appropriate that we play the Carol of Bells. Next, we are going to feature Patrick Nelson on solo tuba for O Holy Night.
The next piece we'll be doing is Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Hope you're enjoying the sounds that I'm sure you probably didn't know the tuba and euphonium could make. So we hope you enjoy this next one, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Our next piece we're going to do is featuring another one of our seniors. This is going to be You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And it's going to feature Shane Montoya as the Grinch. We have to wait while he gets into character. Our next piece is is usually everyone's favorite Christmas carol. This is Jingle Bells, but being tubists as we are, we usually like to have our own little take on how we do things. If you're familiar with the School of Music, you'll see during the month of October, instead of Oktoberfest, we have Oktoberfest. And so, in March is International Tuba Month, and May is actually Tuba Day. So we usually like to take things for ourselves. So this little take of Jingle Bells features something that hopefully is more familiar to what you hear the tuba and euphonium doing. We hope you enjoy our take on Jingle Bells. Joy to the World. But before we do that, we've got actually part of the theme of this is Christmas. We have the beginning of the Nine Flags Festival, and hopefully later we'll have the parade, and hopefully you will all be here to enjoy it. So some of the students actually dressed up and decorated their instruments. So I want them to stand up. So if you've decorated your horn or are wearing a Christmas decoration for yourself, please stand up at this point. And we actually had a little horn decorating contest, and this year's first winner of the decorating contest is Foster Fannin, who decorated himself along with his instrument. We're going to do 3 courses of Joy to the World, so please join us on the last one. We'd like to thank you all very much for coming out today. A couple of people to thank. We'd like to thank Dr. Manny Brand, the director of the School of Music, and Dr. Buddy Hines for letting us use the School of Music to rehearse this afternoon. All of us got together and rehearsed, had a little bit of pizza afterwards because you have to feed tuba players. And we just got together a little bit later. And I'd like to also thank Sharon Bright and Jeff McDonald for helping organize this and welcoming us back every single year. We've done this for, I believe this is the 5th year here, and it's one of those things where it's a lot to put together, but after you do it, you realize you remember why you do it. And so it's been a pleasure, and we hope to see you to do it many more years. And we hope to see you next year. We'd like to end our program with none other than we wish you a Merry Christmas, and we hope you will stay for the rest of the open house festivities. The handbell choir is going to be playing next, and plenty of other things that will be happening. So we hope you will enjoy the day and the evening as we go on to the Nine Flags Festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you.